Hello students, welcome to today's session. In last session we discussed about types of vectors and as well as unit vector and unit vector notations. And now we are going to discuss about angle between the vectors. Angle between the vectors. So here I am considering two vectors A and B. Vector A and as well as vector B. The angle between vector A and B is theta. Then what is the angle between vector A and as well as vector B with another magnitude? Means we are increasing the magnitude of B. This is A only. Now I am increasing the magnitude of B to K times. Magnitude of direction I am not changing. I am only changing the magnitude. Then what about the angle? Again the angle is theta only. There is no change in that. And also we will represent the angle between them. So for example, here you have a vector. This is A vector. And this is a B vector. What is the difference? Difference तो कुछ नहीं. A vector को इधर तक लेके जाना है. This is A vector now. This is only the angle. That is only the angle between A and as well as B. This is A and as well as this is B. Angle between A and B is theta only. Again angle between A and B is theta. Again angle between KB and A also theta. So then what is the angle between A and minus B? A and minus B. That's also we will say. So here I am considering this is vector A and this is vector B. This is a vector B. Angle between A and B is theta. So actually this will be goes to minus B because it is opposite to the B. Means here this minus B is the negative vector of B. Minus B is the negative vector of B. Now it is A. It is A only. And it is minus B. Then what is the angle between them? This angle will be goes to 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta. Here angle between A and B is theta. Angle between A and minus B is 180 minus theta. Very important. Angle between A and B is theta. Angle between A and minus B is 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta. So here you can observe the direction. This is we are mentioned in anti-clockwise direction. This we are measured in clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction and also clockwise direction. And what is the angle between two vectors are parallel to each other? A and B are parallel to each other. That may not be equal, parallel. Then what is the angle between them? The angle between them is 0. Then only we can call as parallel. Two vectors are parallel to each other. So the angle between them is 0. If two vectors are anti-parallel to each other, anti-parallel means one vector is like this, another vector is like this, A and B. Now what is the angle between them? The angle between them is goes to 180. The angle between them is 180. 0 and as well as 180. Here theta is the angle between A and B. And or theta 180 minus theta is the angle between A and minus B. A and minus B. And here I am taking an equilateral triangle. So what is the angle between them in an equilateral triangle? For example, I am taking here a vector A, and this is a vector B, and this is a vector C. Like these three vectors I am considering: A vector, B vector, and as well as C vector. Generally, you can observe what is the angle of the equilateral triangle. Generally, what we are saying 60 degrees one angle. But in this condition, what is the angle? This is A vector, and this is the B vector. We need to mention always here. You can see here. We need to take the angle between two tails only. Two tails here also we are taking, and this is the extension we are considering and we are taking. Here also I am extending A and I am taking the angle. We know that this angle is 60, but it is not angle between A and B. This is not angle between A and B. Then what is the angle between A and B? The angle between A and B is goes to 120 degrees from here to here. This angle, because we need to mention or we need to find this angle. At the same time, what is the angle between B and C? This is the angle between B and C. How much? 120 degrees again. Angle between B and C also 120 degrees. What is the angle between C and A? That is also 120 degrees. That is also 120 degrees. 120, 120, 120. Angle between A and B in equilateral triangle. In this condition, angle between A and B, angle between A and B is 120. Angle between B and C is also 120. Angle between B and C and A is also 120 in this condition. So angle between A and B, angle between A and B 120, angle between B and C also 120, angle between C and A also 120 degrees. Once again, see what is the angle between the two vectors. Angle between the two vectors means here this is the tail of the A and this is the tail of the B. So here we are taking the function from here to here. That we can treat it like a angle between A and B vector, two vector. And here B vector is increased by k times. Magnitude of the B vector is increased by k times. Then there is no change in the angle. And here extension, if the B vector is here, then we can take extension of A here. Then this is not angle between them. We may think this is the angle. No, this is the angle between them, theta. Next, third condition. What is the angle between B and minus B? If angle between A and B is theta, angle between A and minus B is 180 minus theta. Angle between two parallel vectors is theta. Angle between two parallel vectors is 0. Two anti-parallel vectors is 180. Here we will see one more example. Here I am considering three different situations. X-axis. Vector A is making an angle with the x-axis is 30 degrees. 30 degrees. And the vector B is making an angle with the x-axis is 30 degrees. Making an angle is 30 degrees. And the vector C is making an angle with the x-axis is 45 degrees. 45 degrees. So here 30, 30 and 45. This is B. And this is C. This is the simple question. A, B, C. 3. Now what is the angle between A and B? What is the angle between A and C? What is the angle between B and C? So see here, very simple. The question is, what is the angle between A and B, B and C, and C and A? That is the thing. So see here, this is x-axis and this is vector A and this is vector B. Here how much angle? 30. Here also how much angle? 30. Then angle between A and B is 60 degrees. Angle between A and B is 60 degrees. And see here B and C. This is C now. C is making how much angle? 45. Here B already making an angle 30. 45 minus 30. Then angle between B and C is 15 degrees. 15 degrees. Then angle between this is 60 degrees. This is between B and C. And 60 degrees is between A and B. A and B. Angle between A and B is 60. Angle between B and C is 50. Then what is the angle between A and C? Angle between A and C is 60 plus 15 or 30 plus 45. 30 plus 45. The angle is goes to 75 degrees. The angle is goes to 75 degrees. And one more important point. If you are taking the angle, if you are taking in anti-clockwise direction, that we have to take as positive. The angle between two vectors, if you are taking in anti-clockwise direction, that we need to take it as positive. If you are taking angle between two vectors in clockwise direction, that we have to take it as negative. This is our rule. Angle between A and B, two vectors in anti-clockwise direction, means like this. This is anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. So that we have to take as positive. And angle between two vectors in clockwise direction, we need to take as negative. Negative. So let's see here, we have an interesting problem. See here, a man is walking towards east, means man is going towards east taraf se ja raha hai, with certain velocity, not mention velocity, no need also. A car is moving 30 degrees of west of north, 30 degrees of west of north with certain velocity, that's also moving with certain velocity. And a bus is moving in 60 degrees of south of west, 60 degrees of south of west. First of all, we will try to give the directions. So generally we are taking north, east, west and south. Based on that, I am going to give the diagram. Here first thing, man is moving with particular velocity towards east, like this. So it is west and this is north and as well as west. Now the car is moving in which direction? West of north of 30. West of north means this is the angle 30. We need to cancel west of north. In case this will be goes to north of west, this is north of west and this is west of north. North of west, west of north. In case instead of taking west of north, if you are taking north of west, then I will completely going to wrong. So that should be careful. Next, this is car. Next, bus. Bus is going 60 degrees of south of west. This is south generally. This is west of south. And this is south of west. How much degrees? How many degrees? Making 60 degrees south of west. South of west 60 degrees. So और एक बात देख लीजिए. Man is moving towards east and car is moving towards west of north, 30 degrees west of north, 60 degrees south of west. In case if they want to mention exactly 45, at that time they are not mention south of west, west of south. They mention only southwest. Means you have to understand the angle is 45. They mention not of earth and not west of north and not north of west. They mention simply northwest. You have to understand angle is 40. Now see here. We know that how much angle between north and east is 90. Then angle between man and as well as car. This is car and this is how much? 90 plus 30. 120. Angle between man and car is 120. Then what is the angle between car and as well as bus? This is man and car. How much? 120. Angle between man and car is 120. Man and car is 120. First case. Next, car and bus. Second case. Car and as well as bus. car कौन सा डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हैं? west of north. 30 degrees of west of north and 60 degrees of north of west. 60 degrees of north of west. And this is bus. How much? 60 degrees of कौन सा डायरेक्शन? Yes, 60 degrees of south of west. Now this is car direction and this is bus direction. Then what is the angle between them? It's again 120. 60 plus 60, 120. 60 plus 60, 120. Now come here. Again, what is the angle here? 90. This is 60. Then what is this angle? 30. So third is, try to draw the diagram again. Man. Then bus. Here 90. Angle between east and west, east and south is 90. And here it is 60. Then it is 30. And this is the bus. What is the angle again? 120. Angle between bus and man is 120. Angle between man and car also 120. Angle between bus and car also 120 degrees. So next we have vector operations. Generally, vector operations we have some possibilities. What are the possibilities? First, we can able to add the vectors, means nothing but addition or subtraction, addition or subtraction of the vectors. Next one is multiplication vectors, multiplication of vectors, addition or subtraction or multiplication. What about the division? The vector is not possible to, one vector is not possible to divide with another. So here we have some methods. Addition and as well as subtraction of method we can take into two ways. One is this one. Addition or subtraction we are doing by two methods. One is graphical or geometric. One is graphical method or else geometrical method. Another one is analytical method. What is this graphical method or what is the geometric method? Geometric method or another name is graphical method. We give it. So in this graphical method, what we are doing, two or more vectors means number of, it is easy to taking the number of vectors. Means it is the easiest process to taking more number of vectors. If you want to add, at that time you need to use the graphical method. More number of vectors means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many you want to add? That is easiest way is graphical method. And if you want to add less number of vectors, 2 or 3, so at that time you can use analytical method and graphical method. Graphical method purpose is which is used to add the more number of vectors and it is used to add the less number of vectors. So let's see. First we will see the addition of vectors. Addition of vectors by the graphical method. Which method? Graphical method. Graphical method. Addition of two vectors. Two vectors I am considering here, A and B. This is vector A and this is vector B. So now we want to add A and B. Simple here. A, B, and we are taking the closing. So this is goes to R. The resultant R is nothing but this is A bar plus B bar. Simple. Like that only we will add. In case if you want to take the subtraction here only if you want to take the subtraction. So how we can take? Addition it is. Or else we will take the subtraction later. First you can take addition only. Addition of two vectors. Take addition of three vectors by the graphical method. I have here A vector A, vector B and as well as vector C. So then how we can take the addition of this? First you have to take the addition of A and B. This will be goes to A plus B and this will be goes to, this is A plus B and this is C. That is goes to A plus B plus C. This is the addition of A and B and this is the addition of A, B, C. And the direction you need to take the same direction here. If you are taking opposite direction, the vector is going to be closed. Then the resultant is goes to 0. So that's why you need to take in the same direction. Same direction. 2 vectors, 3 vectors, 4 vectors, 5 vectors, 6 vectors, whatever. Take here. 5 vectors you can take. 5 vectors. 5 vectors. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 vectors you can take. A, B, C, D are the 4 vectors. How do you add these 4 vectors? Very simple. A plus B is this. A plus B plus C is this. A plus B plus C is this. And this is D vector. If you are considering A plus B plus C plus D. This is the resultant. A plus B plus C plus D. Simply by which method? By graphical method. Graphical method is easy. We have to add how many number of vectors. We have to take sum of the all vectors. This is we are giving like a triangle. This is we are giving like parallelogram, and this is we are giving like a pentagon, hexagon, polygon. Polygon you can take. Polygon means n number of sides. How many number of sides which is having, but our method is not changed. Our method is simply we have to add the number of vectors a plus b plus c plus d. If two vectors are there, a plus b. If three vectors are there, a plus b plus c, a plus b plus c. By triangle method it is. And by taking parallelogram method means we have two vectors only. Here we are taking three vectors. In case if we have only two vectors, then how to we are applying the parallelogram method? A and b. This is a vector A and this is vector B. You are considering a parallel vector of A and parallel vector of B. Parallel vector of B and parallel vector of A. And just you are taking. This will be the resultant of A plus B. So this is called triangular method and this is called parallelogram method. Triangle method and parallelogram method. Parallelogram method by analytical method, graphical method. But graphical method we are not able to find the resultant easily. So that's why we are using analytical methods, triangle and as well as parallelogram method in analytical method. So polygon, how many number of sides? Based on that we are taking just sum of the all sides. Sum of the all sides we are taking as the polygon. How many number of sides are there? That's we are representing in graphical method. And next we will see, this is about the addition, and we will see about the subtraction also. Subtraction in graphical method. Subtraction in graphical method. Subtraction in graphical method, what we can take here, for example, this is a vector A and this is vector B. How do we can subtract both? Very simple. We'll take B here and we'll take one parallel vector of A. This is the parallel vector of A, and we'll take A parallel vector of A, and we'll take one parallel vector of B also. Which B? Minus B. It is minus B. Why? Why it is minus B? This is the negative vector of B. Negative vector. This is also B. Now this will be goes to the resultant. What is the resultant here? For example, here in previous, which is making an angle theta, we know that what is this angle? This angle is 180 minus theta. Angle between A and B is theta. Then angle between A and minus B is 180 minus theta. And now, what is the resultant? The resultant is goes to simply A minus B. This is the resultant. The resultant is A minus B. This we can take simply subtraction method. Subtraction by graphical method.